Welcome to Eagle Field, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Today's match is between the University State Sports University and your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this blessed day that you have given to us. I pray that you will keep all the players safe, Lord, from injury, and I pray that you will help us to just have a wonderful sporting spectacle, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Today's sports medicine coverage is provided by Baptist Healthcare and the Andrews Institute for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. To learn more about the outreach program and available sources, please visit andrewsinstitute.com. Starting today for USSU, number 1, Ethan Gibson. Number 2, Kipper Miller. Number 4, Isaiah Lawson. Number 6, Jackson Reedy. Number 8, Alexander Gonzalez. Number 11, Jackson Calloway. Number 12, DeMarcus Hawkins. Number 14, Nathan Webb. Number 19, Henry McMurphy. Number 24, Zachary Meats. Number 40, Joseph Harmon. USSU is led by Coach Peter Fuller. And now, the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. A GA from Trenton, Georgia, number 1, Bryce Hammond. A senior from Vaudreuil, Haiti, number 3, Jacob Bundy. A sophomore from Espírito Santo, Brazil, number 9, Samir Siquiera. A junior from Reading, Pennsylvania, number 16, Reed Rhodes. A junior from Houston, Texas, number 17, Eric Romero. A freshman from Grand Bay, Alabama, number 18, Jamison Bryant. A sophomore from Pensacola, Florida, number 20, Jackson Clark. A freshman from Espírito Santo, Brazil, number 22, Samuel Lima. A sophomore from Waxhaw, North Carolina, number 26, Justin Loveland. A sophomore from Araxá, Brazil, number 30, Boaz da Silva. A senior from KwaZulu, Tanzania, number 33, Odansi Ndaisaba. The Eagles are led by Coach Joe Liwaz and assistant coaches Mateus Kanata and Clint Peterson.
Seven o'clock in the afternoon, rather the evening, with slight winds coming in from the eastward and a beautiful night for Eagles soccer. Big weekend for athletics here on Pensacola Christian College. Just wrapped up our Eagle Classic Invitational. We host teams from around the country, high school programs. Congratulations to Lighthouse Baptist Academy as well as Emmanuel Christian Academy. Emmanuel Christian winning the soccer championship and Lighthouse being victorious in the volleyball championship. Nonetheless, after those games, the Eagles volleyball team, who has been on an absolute tear, 13-4 on this season, was victorious in 4 sets against Crowley's Ridge. And now Pensacola Christian College will face off against the USSCA soccer opponent, United States Sports Academy, as they look for their second win of the year, as the Eagles look for win number 6. Hello, fans at home. This is Alvin Chapman. Alongside me, Caleb Welch, 2023 national champion. Caleb, great to have you beside me this evening.
Great to be back, Alvin. It's exciting to see the guys out again. I'm interested to see how they do against this opponent tonight.
Now, Caleb, the reason why I mentioned all of that stuff in the pregame, because you just got here seconds ago. I want to commend you on a long day and a well-worked day for you, sir.
Absolutely.
You've been a little bit of everywhere today, huh?
I really have. Working the ECI was a pleasure. It was fun to see the athletes come out, and then obviously getting to watch the Lady Eagles put in a good shift tonight. Just hard work. It was a tough-fought game if you were able to watch it, but all around I'm hoping for some good success for both Eagles teams tonight.
And Sekira will get called for the foul. The Eagles coming off a loss from Division II opponent University of West Florida, losing that matchup 5-0. But prior to that, 2 games on the road in the state of Georgia. One against Toccoa Falls College. They were victorious in that match 4-2. And an impressive comeback overtime victory against Bruton Pollard, not overtime victory, but later stages of the game, mustered up 3 goals in less than 15 minutes in an impressive showing in Bruton Park, Georgia.
Absolutely. Both games were actually comeback wins.
Yes.
And the Eagles showed a lot of grit. Going down early is not easy. It's not an easy thing to endure, but they did well to stay in the game and get some late goals, like you said, against Bruton Parker and also a couple against Toccoa. And some real standout was Jackson Clark scoring, I think, 3 on the weekend, 3 free kick goals, which set pieces are something the Eagles have struggled with in the past, at least putting the ball on target. So it's really good to see somebody that's able to consistently make the free kicks dangerous for the Eagles.
Clark with a good weekend, having 3 goals, and Diasaba leading the team in goals with 6. He had 2 against Bruton Parker College, on that road trip. And another person not in the starting lineup, but has made a great case for his playtime this season, Angel Petrie Garcia. Man, he's been playing phenomenal. And despite the amount of minutes played on this season, he is indeed 3rd in goals for the team. 4 goals on the season, only 150 minutes played, and 1 start against Toccoa Falls. He is a spark plug for the bench of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles.
Yeah, it's been great to have somebody who can come off the bench consistently and contribute, whether that's, with an assist, a stat, an assist, or a goal. Also just to work hard. I know that's something I always see in Angel. He's able to come in and he has the fresh legs, but he uses them effectively, and he works really hard. And that's how he gets his goals. He's in the right place at the right time, which is really good.
Sekira, shot, good! The Eagles with the statement early. That's actually Ndiasaba for goal number 7. The transfer from Trinity Baptist College, making a statement here in the South region. Add another goal to his listing. 7 goals for Ndiasaba.
That's such a good finish. I mean, he found himself seeing the whites of the goalkeeper's eyes, but he slotted that ball straight home, knew exactly where he wanted to put it. It was a very effective finish, and that's what you want out of your striker. You need somebody who's composed, who can just slot the ball home when he needs to. So really good to see our leading goal scorer putting in the work we need him to.
Absolutely. Great. I don't know. There's a different sense of intensity with the Eagles today. It seems that they want to continue the momentum, maintain the momentum, and also start and set the tone very early. I mean, you even saw during the starting lineups, both teams not standing or waving their hands, being acknowledged. Both teams getting in position, getting in their spots, and also getting prepared for 45 minutes of this regulation half.
Well, this is a team, Alvin, the USSU Eagles. They came in, and they're hard to read. Some
Yes.
results that are all over the place, so I'm sure in the locker room, Coach Joe Lewas was really telling the guys, it doesn't matter what they've done in the past. We need to focus on our game. And the Eagles, the PCC Eagles, have really come in, and they're ready to show that. They're ready to show what their game is all about, possessing the ball really well. Like you said, they have intensity, they have urgency, and that's really good to see. That's what we need.
Great footwork there by Boaz De Silva. The striker had pressure, yet composure was maintained. Sekiro with space. And they go inside. Loveland was the runner. Loveland tracks it down. The keeper with the collection.
It's really good to see Justin Loveland in the starting lineup. That's, I believe, is that his first start on the season? I'm not entirely sure, but I know that he's kind of started off this season coming in off the bench, but he's done really well working his way into the starting lineup. You said that's his second start now, so that's really good to see from him.
A very sticky situation defensively there for the Eagles of United States Sports Academy. Played the ball back to their keeper. Our top three bull rushed the goalie and made him play into a very difficult situation. Now the ball back on the foot of De Silva.
I've talked a lot about it, Alvin, just on these live streams, just saying how the Eagles, if they want to win the ball high, they need to press together.
Yes.
They can't be disjointed. And today already you can see signs that they are very together in their press, and that's how they're making so much trouble for the USSA Eagles right now.
And Diasaba with a near opportunity. Bundy hits the turf. Now a chance for the Eagles of United States Sports Academy.
Man, look at Romero tracking his man back. I love to see the hard work there. Being that position when I played here, I love to see the hard work that gets put in for those runs.
Ball played inside and batted back by Rhodes. Loveland with pressure. No call by the official. And here's a quick clearance, a short clearance rather. And the Eagles get out of that bunch there.
I'll say something that I've seen with the PCC Eagles. I'm going to have to differentiate all night, but something I've seen with our Eagles often in the past is they'll try to play out of the back almost to their own detriment. They'll try to play those short passes instead of just hitting in a long clearance like is needed sometimes. So I really would like to see them start to be more wise with those choices back there off those clearances.
Here's Bundy. Here's a great run opportunity here for Pensacola. That's Jamison Bryant. He'll play, I believe, Loveland. No, that's not Loveland there. I can't see him from here, honestly. And the referee allows them to play on. Great ball played along the left side. And one more. There is De Silva available for Pensacola Christian's back line. Shot on the way. No good. Batted out by Bryce. Phenomenal counterattack there by USSA.
You know, we've got a lot of fans out here, and not a big reaction out of him for that save, but that save was really important for the Eagles there. I mean, they've gone one up early, and from what it looks like, Hammond has just saved them from getting leveled there. So really good save there by Bryce.
Now number 14, Nathan Wedd, the sophomore midfielder, available for the first corner kick of the outing. The ball going out of bounds. a very vibrant first 10 minutes of this game here, Caleb.
Absolutely. Like you said, the intensity's there. Both teams are really hungry tonight. Love to see both teams pressing high, trying to make it difficult to play out from the back. It makes for much more exciting soccer than when a team just sits back and, parks the bus, so to speak.
Ball played forward.
Ooh.
That is a call made by the center official. And another addressment made by the center official. An evident foul call, no card needed though nonetheless, Caleb.
Yeah, the center official looks early to really call those nitpick fouls. He really tries to hone in on the little things early on, and it really sets the tone for the players saying, hey, I'm watching. Don't forget I'm here. And that, I know that really helps as a player, too, knowing where the center referee's expectations are. Really is helpful and sets a good tone for the match early.
And a foul called there. I believe that's Veldman with the hook. They look to move quickly here. That's Kipper Miller. Who hits the deck as well.
A lot of fouls were here in the last couple minutes, and a lot of them kind of needless.
Yes.
Giving away fouls like right here. Not necessarily the most dangerous area, but still just enough to worry keeper Hammond in the goal. He'll want to make sure that he protects against this.
Number 11, Jackson Calloway, back along with Miller for the free kick opportunity. You mentioned Jackson Clark scoring 3 times this weekend, previously all on free kick opportunities. Let's see if they can do the same thing. The fake available. And it nearly hit a couple of spectators finding a seat.
Well done, JC. Good run.
Provides a goal kick of opportunity available for Hammond. Now let's look at the schedule available for Pensacola Christian College in October. A mix of games within the Alabama and Florida regions. For this next week, next Tuesday, they go up to Alabama to Huntington College. And next Friday, they are at home, facing off against NAIA opponents Freeman Hardman University.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough stretch of games for them, playing some tough NAIA programs. But I know, in all reality, what they're looking forward to is October 18th.
Yes.
Bob Jones University right here at home. So they'll want to use those games to really prepare for Bob Jones to get some momentum for that game coming into it.
Yeah, Bob Jones University, the South Region champions from last year, and I believe the national champions from last year, if I'm not mistaken as well, Caleb. And when it comes to this region, usually it's us and them.
Mm-hmm.
And other than, I believe, my freshman year of college, it was them and Trinity Baptist.
Yep. Yeah, they're always going to give us a game. That's what I always say is Bob Jones could be the worst team in the country, but when they come here, it's always going to be a really good and intense game just with the rivalry there. So it'll be exciting to watch how both teams come into that.
And it's funny you say that if they could be one of the worst teams in the country. They've actually been top 5 teams in the country for the past 5 to 10 years, actually.
Absolutely. But no matter how good we are or how good they are, it'll always be a competitive game. And I love that about that game, and I'm excited to watch it.
And that's for all sports. I mean, soccer, basketball, volleyball as well. The ladies volleyball team gets the opportunity to actually host Bob Jones, Trinity Baptist, as well as Trinity College of Florida in Toccoa Falls this year for the region final. And honestly, whether it's basketball or football, I'm expecting max capacity for all of those games this year.
Absolutely. Those games are always going to have a lot of students there. Love to see the Bob Jones games. They're hyped up every year, and they almost always deliver on that hype.
Bob Jones University faced off against many intense teams this year. They also have a win against Division II opponent's Shorter University out of Shorter, Georgia. And they recently tied Point University 1-1. And I believe we played Point University this year and also tied them as well.
Actually, Alvin, not to correct you, but we lost to them 3-0.
Oh.
We lost to Point 3-0 this year, so it's a pretty, I won't say it's scary yet, but it's a pretty interesting indication for how Bob Jones is doing this year.
No, you are right. Yes, you are right. 3-0. On the last coaches poll, I believe we were number 1 and they were number 3
I do believe
as far as rankings are concerned. But, I mean, coaches poll and power ranking are two completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do love how we're looking to play good soccer here, you know, and not play against teams that we can put the most goals in the back of the net, but trying to get earned goals and earned points and quality opportunities of soccer.
Absolutely. Every year, Bob Jones and PCC both play a very strong schedule, have a very, very high strength of schedule, and so it is hard to compare them until they actually meet on the field. So until October 18th, we won't really know how good Bob Jones is this year, and we'll have to wait and see.
I was thinking of another school in Georgia that we tied instead. That was LaGrange College, and we played them here. That wasn't a game we live streamed. I wasn't even available for that game. I was at a friend's wedding. Nonetheless, we are here on the pitch, and a great steal here by Samuel Lima, and we're looking to move here. A great ball played here for Jackson Clark. Nonetheless, he is offsides despite the goal. Rather, the ball going towards the back of the netting. And Caleb, you saw that was a pretty obvious offsides call, and honestly, I would have to agree.
Yeah, that was definitely tight, but he definitely looked like he left a step early. So
yes.
He'll need to watch that. Looks like USSA is holding a pretty tight line. They're really on the same page there. So Jackson will have to be careful if he wants to really get in behind this defense.
A big ball towards the opposition's box. Yet collected there by Hammond. He returns the favor. Oh, he's trying to find Reed Rhodes. Switching of fields here. Can he keep it on his feet? He does. That is Isaiah Luzon. Tries to go right outside the 18. Odense loses the fight here. Go inside. Shot on its way, deflected and collected. Shot had a lot of power. No clue about the trajectory since it was miffled at its inception. Nonetheless, the Eagles move forward here.
Yeah, that deflection was really key, really huge in taking the pace off of that ball and allowing Hammond to collect. But, you know, something that we don't take this statistic here, I don't believe, but, you know, the statistic of touches in the opposition box.
Yes.
I feel like USSU has already had quite a few touches in our 18-yard box, which is really dangerous because if they can work to keep the ball while they're that close to our net, I mean, it's a pretty scary indicator for the rest of this game. But we've done well to defend so far. Just have to keep that up, keep grinding.
Great pressure there. And the match won there by Rhodes. And an attempt to set up Clark. Ball not available, but I see what the intended target was trying to do. Not the intended target, but the intended passer was trying to do there. Clark being offsides on this last attempt, so almost putting more air on the ball would give him more of an opportunity to not see the flag raise. Sequeira tries to go through his man, but to no avail.
Yeah, he was
Miller
about to give up a foul as well. He really wanted to get that ball back, but great skill there. Great skill there by Romero.
He's double teamed, tries to shoot between the legs of his defender. Now an open opportunity for USSA. They want to equalize at the 26-minute mark. Here's the cross, and De Silva with an extra layer of defense.
That's
to Hammond security there.
That's very composed there by the defender. Did well to just cushion that ball over to his other defender, number 40 there.
Ball played inside. Played back to Hammond. Hammond plays it quickly to Romero. And Lima loses it in the midfield.
It's a bit sloppy in the last couple minutes from the Eagles. I know they're still pressing with a lot of intensity, but it's almost gotten them into trouble here in the defensive third. They're trying to really stab and win the ball quickly every time, but need a little bit of patience back there, or else you're going to get cut through, sliced through by the attack, rather.
It's a goal kick opportunity there. Number 4, Isaiah Luzon, an attempt to pressure Loveland in the corner. It accidentally deflects the ball out of bounds. And the big boot here by Hammond. Luzon gets a hit on there first.
You know, we mentioned in the beginning stage of this game, Alvin, this team was kind of a wild card coming into this match, but they've done very well. They're playing at a very high level, matching the intensity that PCC Eagles brought, and they've held their own a lot, and I'm interested to see how this game continues to develop. You know, we're 20 minutes in, and they've had more opportunities than us, I dare say, and here's another one.
And De Silva, that extra layer of defense. That easily could have been a scoring opportunity available for the Eagles of USSA.
Heads up. Reach. Jackson. Reedy. Think about what's coming. No, get in the box.
You look at USSA's record this year. Outside of Faulkner University, their games have been relatively close, within a goal of 2 in contention here, Caleb.
Absolutely, and I was looking at, you know, their statistics beforehand, and they don't have a goal scorer who's contributing the majority of their goals. I think their highest goal scorer is with 3.
Yes.
And so that means that everybody's contributing, but also means they're not scoring as many goals more than likely. So.
And that ball goes through the uprights of Loveland, and I believe Romero gets called for the foul here. Oh, no.
I think 11 got called for offside. He ran all the way from, you know, in the Eagles' half over to here and picked the ball up.
Ball played inside for Rhodes. Keeper comes out. And that challenge is going to be awarded to the keeper as well by the center official. Just about halfway through the first half of play. And man, so much intensity early.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities, but nothing clear cut, Alvin. No heavy shots on goal outside of the goal, and then the one opportunity from USSA. So good opportunities, but nothing that's going to cause a goal yet. We'll see where the rest of this half takes us.
And an evident trip up there. Don't know who's the person who tripped. I don't even know who's the person on the floor, but we do see a yellow card administered by the center official. I do believe appropriate as well. Our live stats don't have the person who it's attributed to either.
He's pulled him down in the middle of the pitch. He was away and gone. He didn't even give him a talking to. That's awful. That is awful. That's awful. Wake up, man.
Free kick opportunity from Sekira. Sends it into the box. Batted back by the back line. Romero doing a great job, giving a chance there. USSA stepping as a unit. Sekira works it down the right line.
Yeah, there it is again, Alvin. Jackson Clark called for an offside. He's going to have to be careful of that.
Yes.
If he wants to receive the ball at his feet or in behind at all, he's going to have to be aware of where the line's at.
I will be honest with you. As a freshman, Clark got a lot of offsides calls. A lot minimal nowadays. Hammond out the goal, and De Silva with a phenomenal save.
Yeah, That's a good center back right there. He sees his keepers coming out to grab that ball, and he doesn't watch. He's not watching the ball, watching what happens. He's going to run back toward the goal. He's going to clear that ball away if it gets past his goalkeeper. That's really great defending by Boaz.
And here's the thing, De Silva may never get a single stat to his name playing center back, but plays like that is almost like dropping 30 points in basketball.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just as good as a goal, Alvin, right there. Just as good as a goal. If he's saving that ball from going in the net, that's worth a goal to the team. Still 1-0. Eagles still in the lead.
Now another corner kick opportunity available. Here's number 14, Nathan Webb, the sophomore midfielder. Looks to send this deep into the right post. Gets a head on it. Multiple attempts. Hammond there for the deflection. Gets a hand on it as well.
Yeah, kind of scrappy in there, but it looks like Hammond got a strong hand to it to clear that ball out. It's like I mentioned earlier, we need a solid clearance sometimes. It's not good to just try and play with the ball in the box. Get it out, reset.
Absolutely. It's almost like you want to force, when you get the ball in a corner kick opportunity and they don't score initially, and you get the ball on your feet, you want to force the offense, the opposing offense, to work as hard as you did defending the ball, honestly.
Absolutely. You want to make them chase that ball all the way back. You know, my coaches they always told me, if you can clear the ball, clear it to a corner.
Loveland with a great touch on the ball, just a bit strong, but a very nifty move by him.
That's a quick counter here by the Eagles. Hopefully they can capitalize on one or two of those, because they found themselves pinned back a lot.
And a mistake there by the keeper. Can the Eagles capitalize? Lima nearly losing the ball off his foot. And Diasaba works backwards. And they steal their pass intended to Jackson Loveland.
Yeah, that's really disappointing right there. They were putting together a really good attack, and then just a loose pass there. Just giving the ball straight back to USSA and then giving up kind of a cheap foul there as well. You'd like to see them do a lot better in pressing high and trying to win the ball back there instead of giving up the foul.
Honestly, you said that rather nicely. When the keeper makes a mistake like that, you make him pay. They should have scored on that opportunity there, Caleb.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they did well to keep the ball even as well. They realized the opportunity wasn't there immediately, and so
yes.
they did well to kind of work the ball but keeping it high. A lot of times when we see the Eagles possess, they're doing a lot of playing backward, even all the way back to Boaz or Jacob Bundy. But
ball played for Rhodes. Sent inside, and Diasaba! What a beautiful save there by the keeper. Oh, man. Beautiful patience as well by Rhodes, and Diasaba making a beautiful run. But the freshman goalkeeper, Ethan Gibson, gets a hand on it and saves a 2-0 advantage.
To be honest with you, I'm not even sure he got a hand to it because it's a goal kick.
It's a goal kick.
But, man, Rhodes did so well. He saw that there wasn't anybody immediately available there in the box, and he just took a second. And he said, where's my run coming from? And then he saw Ndiasaba streaking from the midfield.
Oh, yeah.
A run that, to be honest with you, I didn't even see until he played the ball. I was like, oh, there he is. And then he did very well to keep that shot down, but just not quite on target. But opportunities like that one, Alvin, those feel like a momentum switch.
Yes.
You feel that in the other team's bench and the other team. You hope that the Eagles can keep that going.
Here's a beautiful ball played for the Eagles. Played back as well. As you mentioned, multiple touches in the box here for USSA, but it's unable to capitalize on goal-scoring opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing really well to get the ball as high as they can, making good runs, and then being patient there in the attacking third, and even just drawing a lot of fouls here already from the Eagles.
Just got word that yellow card made many plays ago was Nathan Webb. Webb wearing number 14, also behind the ball for this free kick opportunity as well. And as you mentioned, a pretty healthy crowd available here for the Eagles. As you mentioned, a lot's going on campus. And to see these many students out and supporting our Eagles is very encouraging to see as well.
Absolutely. And hearing the fans erupt after the first goal, that was really, I don't know, it makes my heart happy a little bit, Alvin. I gotta be honest.
Sekira as well as Romero available for the wall, just a two-man wall. Strike there by Webb. And that goes out of bounds. An attempt to play the ball on the left post, but just nobody home there.
Feels like the PCC Eagles are doing a little bit of surviving right now, to be honest. Like, not really doing much to clear the ball out or defend with some urgency. So I'd like to see that definitely change in the final 15 or so minutes of this half. Really like to see them have some urgency and clear the ball out.
Hammond with a big boot delivered to the midfield, and a great header there by Romero.
Great touch there by Rhodes.
Rhodes plays backwards. Pass inside, collected by the keeper.
There's a cross there from Bryant. I think he's on his weaker foot, his weaker left foot right there. So understand a little bit, but you'd still like to see him do a little bit better, put that ball into a more dangerous area. It looks like we might have Clark coming in the next couple moments.
Ball deflected off of Justin Loveland. I believe the ball going to be awarded to Pensacola Christian College due to number 11, Jackson Calloway, touching the ball with his hands prior to the ball going out of bounds.
Yeah. Tried to pick that ball up for a throw-in when he thought it was out.
Here's Romero available. Defender number 8, Alexander Gonzalez. To Romero's right. Webb to his left. Bundy. Second defender back. I believe that's Jameson Bryant on the far right field as well, working along with Rhodes. One thing that's great about having Bryant and Rhodes is that Rhodes also does a really good job playing that outside back position as well. And so you almost essentially have two outside backs on your right half of the field.
Well, and the other thing is, Alvin, Jameson Bryant coming into this team came in as a winger.
Yes.
So him and Reed over there are able to swap, interchange at any moment. They both know how to play both the outside back and the winger position. So it's actually really dynamic over there on that right side. They're able to do a lot of overlapping runs and both be dangerous there in the attack as well as solid in defense.
Jamison Jones into the game here for Pensacola Christian College. Jones appeared in 9 games, 5 starts on the season as well. And he also, I wouldn't call him either a winger or a defender, just an all-around athlete on the pitch, if you ask me.
Absolutely, and he falls into, I would say, the same category as Jameson Bryant and Reed Rhodes, just able to be a utility player, play anywhere on those outside positions, and that's really useful. He's able to get a lot more touches on the ball whenever he can receive in any area of the field.
Ample pressure available. USSA sending guys back to complete an adequate counterattack as well. Here's Jackson Calloway with the throwing opportunity as well.
Little back heel there by Rhodes. Got the crowd a little excited.
Stay with that as well. Jamison Jones. And potential runners available, I believe, by Clark.
Clark's defender doing a little bit of swimming there.
Yes.
Trying to ride the shoulder of Jackson Clark, but the referee saw it.
And Diasaba available with a little bit of a kick as well. Romero tries to go inside. Ball stays out of bounds. Great job by the defender of USSA keeping that ball in bounds and out of play. And a goal kick opportunity available for the Eagles of USSA. There's Adam Chambers for the kick there. USSA trying to work quickly here.
Almost an own goal there. I think that might have been Sakura. That was about the right time for a clearance, Alvin.
Yeah, and you've been mentioning it all night. If only if our microphones could go outwards.
Go again. Press this.
Actually, we shouldn't do that, actually. I think they would hear a bunch of laughs and people wouldn't have no clue what's funny. Now here's Hammond breaching the 10-minute mark. And by technicalities, the 34th minute of this game. That's one thing that's interesting about college soccer is that it's not a continuous time from 0 minutes to 90 minutes, but it's a 45-minute descending clock for each half.
Yeah, that was always one thing I didn't really understand
I
about
don't
college
understand
soccer,
either.
to be honest. You know, you're watching all the soccer you ever watch on TV, and it's always, like you said, continuous 0 to 90 minutes. But
Here's a stoppage of play. I believe that's Romero. And a yellow card administered. The second yellow card given to the Eagles of USSA. The first one attributed to Nathan Webb. This one's over to Reedy, Jackson Reedy, number 6. No cards for Pensacola Christian College. But now you have 2 players on your field, one in the midfield and one in the wing, that you have to be careful for, because once that red card comes, that player is off the field.
yeah, absolutely. And looks like, at least from the way they're setting up right now, Alvin, 14 and 8 are the 2 guys that are playing the most forward positions for them. So they're going to have to almost take a step off from the press, that high press that we've seen USSU try to put onto the Eagles. They're going to have to take a step back because they can't afford to give up another yellow card challenge and possibly put their team at a disadvantage. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt to that, and hopefully the PCC Eagles can possess the ball a little higher up the field now.
Ball played to Jamison Jones, can use his speed to his advantage. Here's a cutback. And a feed, I believe, to Lima. Keeps his footing. Sekira goes inside. And the shot available for Clark.
And that ball just sat right up for him. It was almost on a tee. And just got a little excited by that, I think. But it was pretty encouraging from the Eagles. They made something out of nothing there, and that's what you like to see.
That was off the half volley. Christian Barker into the game here for the Eagles of USSA. He stands about 6'5", 6'6". And Diasaba and Clark trying to apply pressure. The Eagles doing a great job moving within traffic. And De Silva with a rare miss, rather.
Wow.
Keeps position as well. Hearing the coaching staff on the side of the Eagles USSA asking for a foul from De Silva. Do you agree with that statement there, Caleb?
That is definitely a bold no call from the official. I'm not really sure. That could go both ways. I know the center official has a much better view for it than we do, so I trust what he has to say. But at the same time, you can't help but think it looked like a foul. So both teams still putting in a lot of intense pressure.
I mean, there's a difference from us being about 100 yards away and the coach maybe being 120 yards and the official being right there as well. And so,
And that's why he's out there, not up here.
and that ball hit to the neighbor's home there. Sets up a long throwing opportunity here for Pensacola Christian. I gotta ask you here a question, Caleb. Oh, the Eagles up 1-0. Are the Eagles playing like they have the lead, or does it almost seem like we're trailing at this point by the pace of play if we were to remove the scoreboard from the field?
I'll say, right after the goal, I would definitely agree with you. We felt like we were behind. We were kind of playing a little bit slow, kind of lost our energy there. But I'd say, like, within the last 20 minutes, it's definitely still been even like it was in the first couple minutes. But not as many opportunities for the Eagles of PCC. But USSA have been putting on a lot of pressure, so I would say we're definitely even with them right now, but we need to be careful that we can't get comfortable with where we're at right now.
An evident miscommunication between Sekira as well as Romero. Now a throwing opportunity available for the Eagles of USSA. Lima with the clearance.
Yeah, I will say, Alvin, you can feel there's a bit of tension out here. I think both of these teams came in really hungry for a win tonight, and it's definitely showing in the way that they're pressing and also in the urgency they have on the ball. It's been an exciting game.
Absolutely. The Eagles' last home showing was a loss against Ave Maria, 4-2. It was 1-1 in the first half, actually, with an opportunity for the Eagles to have a 1-point goal advantage. Nonetheless, 3 incredible goals rained on by the offense of Ave Maria, the Gyrenes. So it's almost as if the Eagles want to make a home statement, especially with a visiting, rather, not a visiting, but a home crowd pulling up and being available for support here.
Oh, yeah. I remember when the games were well attended.
Yes.
They're always so much more fun, and they make you a little bit more nervous, I will say. They give you a bit of those nerves that a game day should give you. When there's so many people watching and cheering for you, it's so encouraging.
Here's a shot available by Hammond. That one wide left for the Eagles of USSA.
Keep going, Blue. Keep going. Good work. Keep going.
A shot by Nathan Webb.
Big ball. Good. Inside, JC.
I'm sure the PCC Eagles will be looking to just survive until halftime at this point with just over 5 minutes left. They're going to want to just get into halftime with the lead, and hopefully they can come out strong in the second half and steal another quick one like they did in the first.
And Diasaba, surrounded by 3 jerseys. 2 opposing ones that he saw. The other one kind of came at a surprise.
Who takes the foul? There's no advantage.
Ball played inside. And a foul there by Diasaba.
You know, I mentioned in the first couple minutes the referee was really trying to set the tone. Well, in the last 15 minutes, he's let the boys play a little bit more.
No,
He's
absolutely.
allowing some more physical contact, which personally I like to see that because I loved a good hard challenge as a defender. But I know you said the USSU coaches haven't been too pleased with the referees officiating so far. But
I mean, what can I say? I mean, college soccer demands college physicality.
that's right.
And so a lot of things in a high school game where you expect a card or even in the basketball a foul, I mean, a lot of referees and officiating are just going to let some situations play on. We've seen a lot of fakes from the free kick spot for USSU. I've been saying USSA all night. That's incorrect by me, but Carter Willis as well as Nathan Webb available, a 4-person wall. And another fake shot on the way. And a great collection as well by Hammond. A set piece attempted, not for a shot, but a header.
Yeah, it was a great collection by Hammond. I think I say this a lot, but anytime the goalkeeper can grab hold of the ball and keep it to himself, especially when there's runners from the opposing team coming at him to try and poke the ball away from him, it's really good to collect and keep that ball in his possession right there off of that dangerous free kick.
Lima plays inside to Clark. Clark back to Secura. The slide tackle made the Eagles of USSU lose possession. Now an attempt at a cross here.
Yeah, that's well done by Rhodes. He did very well to get possession of that ball. The defender was ready to shield that ball out for a goal kick, and Reed wrapped around the side of him and was able to get possession.
Now about 3 more minutes remaining in this half, reaching the 41st minute of this game. Any observations, Caleb, that you've seen? Let's talk about the Eagles of USSU. We have 2 Eagles teams here, but how would you describe their efforts and attempt to equalize here? I know you mentioned earlier that there are a lot of touches inside the box, but not a lot of scoring opportunities or even shots inside the box as well.
Yeah, I will say, you asked me to talk about the USSU Eagles, but the PCC Eagles have done well to cover their own goal. Even though they're allowing the USSU Eagles to be in the box, they're
Yes.
not allowing a shot.
Yes.
So the USSU Eagles have done a good job of possessing. They're keeping the ball on the floor. They're zipping passes around, slicing through the defense at points, and finding some breakaways. But nothing clear-cut. Like I said earlier, no clear-cut opportunities for them yet. PCC Eagles have done well at keeping their body between the ball and the goal. So that's encouraging to see. Makes you think we're in for a clean sheet. That's at least what you hope for.
Cross available, no good. A demand for a handball not granted either.
I'll say anytime you cross the ball and it hits the defender, you're going to cry for a handball.
Yeah.
As a player, you're always going to shout for it just to see if it works. So I'm sure there was a little bit of that there for them as well.
Jones will find Secura. And no call there by the officiating. The spectator's not a fan of that. Center official allowed him to play on here. Now 90 seconds remaining here in this half of play. Clark wins the battle. Clark, with 2 men on him, loses possession. Carter Willis with a great ball played to number 10. That's Kadimo Albert. And here's Hammond with the collection.
Well, you see just off your screen, Nicholas Clark in a lot of space over here on this left side, and the ball might cycle around to him, but he had a lot of space out there on that left side and had his hand up almost the entire time we possessed the ball. Really wanting that through ball. If we can find that, that might unlock this defense.
35 seconds remaining. The ball played to Lima, back to Romero. Romero, double team, loses possession, and the ball also skied over to the parking garage by Lima. Nearly hits a Becca Book there. Now 20 seconds remaining. Romero with a great ball played. There's a chance here. The jump not available. And that just might be the first half of regulation here, Caleb.
I think the PCC Eagles will be happy with this, even though they could have had more goals and also more opportunities. They'll be pleased to go into this half up 1-0. So hopefully they can come out, like I said, in that second half, steal another quick one and get up 2-0.
Can the Eagles of USSU get their 3rd win of the year? Can the Eagles get their first home win in the month of March? We will see when we come back. Thank you so much for joining us. Me and Alvin Chapman. Alvin Chapman alongside with Caleb Welch. We'll be back after these promotional videos provided by Pensacola Christian College. Thank you.
Want to get a head start on college? With the online dual enrollment program from PCC, you can do just that. Gain an affordable Christian liberal arts education with a biblical worldview, equipping you for your future degree. Open to rising sophomores and above, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year that count toward both high school and college requirements. With over 30 courses offered fall, spring, and summer, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You'll be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your college liberal arts courses before you graduate from high school and step foot on campus. And the best part is, you'll only pay a fraction of what you pay for those same classes if you took them in college. Get a head start on your education today by visiting pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
At Pensacola Christian College, we believe in helping you reach your goals. And that's why we're dedicated to something we call the PCC Promise. We want to provide you with a place that you can achieve academic excellence based on a biblical worldview and give you an incredible experience, all at an unmatched cost.
Knowing the faculty here and knowing how much I felt like they cared about me, this is where I want it to be.
No matter what career you're going to go into, you need to know what God says, you need to make choices, and you need to be informed biblically.
It's very fun to just go out and hang out with a bunch of guys who are Christ-like.
I have a job on campus, which is a huge blessing.
And I also did have a scholarship because my parents were involved in ministry.
Then fourth year free comes along. You don't have to worry about it.
Our goal is to empower leaders to influence the world for Christ, and we would love to invest in your future.
Please visit our concession stand for food, snacks, and refreshments, including Papa John's personal pizza, drinks, and more. The second half of tonight's match will begin in just 4 minutes.
45 minutes remaining. And the Eagles from USSA, which stands for, USSU, United States Sports University, look to equalize against Pensacola Christian College, who got an easy, not an easy, but a well-earned 1-0 lead, the 7th goal for AJ Ndiasaba's season. Alvin Chapman alongside with Caleb Welch. Caleb, what a good first half we had, and honestly went by very quickly, very entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, the intensity was very high for the game. I know I mentioned to you at halftime, this just has the feel of like a rivalry game.
Yes.
And I'm not really sure why, because these two teams have never played each other before, but it's been exciting, and it's definitely made it go by quickly. But I'm hoping that, like I said, the Eagles can steal a quick one at the beginning of this first half. The PCC Eagles,
yes,
must I say.
And not just never played against each other this year, but ever. Mm-hmm. I think this is USSU's first season playing as a program.
I do believe so. They look really good, I got to say.
Yes.
For a first-year program, they have a lot of talent, and they work together really well. So.
And we may be incorrect on which year they started. And now Jones toppling over, I believe, Bundy. No Loveland. And De Silva potentially going to get a card here for obstructing the run here.
That feels like a carryover from the first half.
Yes.
De Silva putting in a lot of hard challenges that the referee didn't call, but he saw it. He saw how aggressive Boaz has been playing, so I'm sure he'll want to say, all right, take a chill, play a little bit less aggressive. He'll want to keep that in the reins in the second half.
And honestly, that may be a little frustrating, but I think that's a good foul, honestly. Especially just to get a yellow card out of that situation.
Yeah.
It's almost like I don't know if you're familiar with the hack-a-shack type ordeal where Shaquille O'Neal, a basketball player who was a great dominant basketball player but just couldn't hit free throws. So what players would do is that they would foul him, and instead of having him dominate in the low post, put him on the free throw line. And so instead of allowing him to score at its most high advantage, which would have been a one-on-one opportunity with the keeper, hey, if you want to score, go ahead and do a penalty shot, which is a lot more difficult than a one-on-one with the keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about taking those opportunities tactically. I mean, it's a tactical foul. That's what it's called in soccer. That's a thing. Sometimes it's even coached. You have a coach who will say, I want you to give a tactical foul. If it's near midfield, go ahead and give them the foul, because I would rather them have a free kick than a breakaway opportunity, just
yes.
like you said. So it's a real thing, and I'm not sure if that was the best situation for Boaz to do that right there, seeing how he was the last defender, but the defender wasn't necessarily away. They had
yes.
guys tracking back. So I don't mind it, but I would love to see him save his yellow card for a little bit later
yes.
in the game.
Angel Petrie Garcia into the game as well. We mentioned only 150 minutes this year, but third on the team in scoring with 4 goals, 2 goals this season against Carolina Christian College as well.
Yeah, it's good to see him come into the lineup. I was wondering when we would see him, because I knew at some point we probably would. So already coming in, working hard, and be interested to see if he can get himself in front of goal.
Throwing to Loveland, skied high. A bit of a 1-2 punch here to get the ball back to the foot of Callaway. Alberts Camito crosses. Multiple touches within the box. And a clearance. Callaway gets the ball, but not a lot of surface area to work here. And a great clearance there by Lima.
That's the clearance I want to see
yes.
right there. Sometimes it's getting a little scrappy. Looks like they could win the ball back. Just get it out.
Absolutely.
Just clear it out. Even if you give them a throw-in, if it's near midfield, there's nothing that's going to happen. Just give them that throw-in there.
Ball thrown in. He attempted to find the foot of Loveland, but to no avail. Nathan Webb with ample space. Thought about a shot. Plays it back. Shot on the way, just over the bar.
It was a well-worked opportunity. They had some patience. They worked the ball around when that opportunity wasn't there. Webb dribbling, trying to find that space. You can tell he really wanted that shot, but he was patient, and they got better look at it, but still not good enough to break or to bring themselves level.
That was Jackson Reedy on that shot. They're just looking to equalize here as well.
Yeah, I can imagine that's all the coach had to say. As long as they can equalize, they'll be in this game. So they'll be looking to steal one as quick as they can.
Feldman coming to the table here for Pensacola Christian. And too long to Bryant.
Yeah, you'd like to see Sakura just take the simple option right there. Bundy is standing in some space. You'd love to see him be patient and just kind of work the ball around, just possess it instead of giving the ball away like that.
Bundy takes it out of bounds. Off the shoulder of Lima. Callaway sends it into traffic, somehow finds Reedy. And the ball bulleted into the stands. Hopefully those spectators are okay. Fortunately, I believe it did hit the fencing rather than an individual. Now the ball skyrocketed a mile high.
Almost reaching our commentators' booth, Alvin.
The last home game, it did.
Yeah, they're just trying to get us involved.
Now Joseph Harmon for the throw-in here. Throws it deep into the box, collected by Hammond.
You know, Joseph Harmon, number 40, leading the Eagles, the USSU Eagles, in assists. You can't help but wonder if it's that long throw-in that he's got that's been giving them some opportunities.
And Jamison Bryant tripped up, honored by the center official. No card, but a stoppage of play and a free kick opportunity. Bryant, good to see he's okay. The pass delivered inside. Angel Petrie Garcia available. Clark with a shot. Clark. Shot no good. Gibson with the collection.
Yeah, it's a good collection, but I saw Angel. He's creeping up. He's right there whenever the rebound is about to come. So hopefully he can find one of those today, maybe steal another quick goal.
And the ball out of bounds off the half volley. Now on the attacking third so far of the Eagles of USSU. This will be a deep throw-in opportunity for Pensacola Christian College. I believe Indaya Saba coming out of the game as well for Caleb Feldman. Quick substitution to give Indaya Saba rest, the only goal scorer so far in today's matchup.
Yeah, and Diasaba definitely looks a little ragged out there. I don't know. He's had a lot of minutes this season, so I'm sure he could use a rest. Hopefully he can come back stronger when he's good to go.
And the challenge awarded for the Eagles of USSU. Kipper Miller back for the free kick opportunity. Delivered inside. I believe defended by his own teammate as well. Attempted to get a head on it instead of it getting towards the frame of the goal. Accidentally sent it out of bounds. Now for a goal kick for Hammond here, Caleb.
Yeah, it was a great clearance. Great clearance there by number 4.
Man, you've been asking for those clearances all day.
Exactly. Just get the ball out of bounds, but it's helpful when the other team does it for you.
Great header there by Petrie Garcia. Now the ball shot up a mile high. De Silva using his height to his advantage. And an evident stoppage of play there.
At some point, the referee's got to get a handle on those types of challenges, because that's a pretty heavy challenge put in there on Lima. And those have been pretty common in this game so far. And if those start to get out of hand, the referee can have a game on his hands. So he'll want to make sure he gets a handle on those.
A great run opportunity, which will result into a goal kick.
Yeah.
I think the argument was for a deflection, potentially.
Yeah, it looks like Romero tried to like poke the ball off of his defender to win the corner, but the ball had already went out of bounds. But PCC Eagles haven't really made any opportunities for themselves so far in this half.
And a foul called by the official. That one's going to be on De Silva.
Hoping the referee doesn't go to his pocket right here. Looks like they've called a dive, actually. Simulation call from the referee. I mean, that's really the only explanation I can find. He's blown the whistle, but seemingly awarded us with the free kick for something that De Silva committed. Can't help but wonder if there's going to be a yellow card for simulation.
De Silva already with 1 yellow card. Reedy with 1 as well. As I believe Nathan Webb. Big boot there by Hammond, sent right back as well. And he'll go to his pocket here.
That's just a bit of an unlucky foul, in my opinion. I mean, Garcia's just trying to pressure the ball, deflect the ball as the defender clears it, and the defender's just almost kicked Angel and then got hurt out of it. So, in my opinion, that's a bit of a soft foul, but I do think the referee's trying to get a little bit more control on this game at this point.
And that is the second card given for this matchup for Pensacola Christian College. The first one for De Silva. Here comes a big boot. And a big boot here by the center back. Place in the air, header on its way, and I believe he's offsides.
Yeah, the Eagles did really well to hold their line there, because it's really tempting when that ball comes in to drop your line really deep to defend that ball, keep everything in front of you. But they did well. They kept their line where it needed to be and drew the offside call. So good organization there from the Eagles.
Could have been a dangerous opportunity, especially for how far that kick went. Number 12 for the Eagles, DeMarcus Hawkins, the freshman center back, sent that ball on a ride and found his teammate. He touched it into the position where, if onside, could have potentially resulted into a goal.
Yeah, game's becoming very chippy now, Alvin. Just not much flow been to the game so far in this second half. It's been very back and forth with fouls and different things, but hopefully one of these teams can settle the ball down and start to possess and hopefully settle things down with this physicality we've got going on.
Romero.
It's good play there.
And the ball to Veldman. Veldman somehow keeps his position. Loveland plays it backwards to Bryant. Bryant holds his dribble, now double teamed. That'll be a foul on Bryant as well. Even an obstruction from the play.
I suppose it could be. I'm not really sure what that call was.
Hawkins, another big boot off the head of Bundy. Bryant. Lima to Bundy, and a big boot. Is Petrie Garcia onside? He is. And no, he is not, rather.
That was a close call there.
Thought that was very interesting. I thought he was onside because it seemed like the near side official was in step with the second defender. So I thought, oh, he must be onside. But a great call there by him to keep things organized on the defensive line.
Yeah, those are the toughest ones to make when the ball comes from, far away on the one side and you have to be watching the line on the other side. Having been an official myself, I can really speak to that. It's hard to watch the line sometimes, and you'll get a lot of players and coaches who complain about that, but it's a tough thing to watch that line, so I can't help but give him the benefit of the doubt on that call.
The Eagles hoping to keep their lead. The other Eagles hoping to potentially equalize or break the tie. Here's Petrie Garcia. And the possession will stay here with Pensacola. Romero with the throw inside. And here's a chance here. Shot on a rocket. No good for Bryant.
That is a tough technique right there. Has the ball kind of bouncing right at his knee level, and he's got to pick it out of the air and keep that ball on frame. That's a tough technique, but he did well to almost make something of it.
Absolutely. Was there potentially a time for him to take a touch prior to him taking it right off the volley?
That would have been it would have had to have been a perfect touch, perfect shot.
Yes.
If he were to have done that. So odds are kind of stacked against him in that situation, but he did the right thing. He stepped and won the ball.
Here's an opportunity here. Camito gets it over the chip over Hammond. And there goes the equalizer. Alberts Camito.
I mentioned earlier, Alvin, that the PCC Eagles did well at organizing their back line, and right there, that was an example of the opposite.
Yes.
Didn't really have much organization. They looked spread out. They weren't on the same page there, and the runners slipped in behind very easily. And from there, with Hammond coming out, it's just a simple pass over top of him, and you have an equalizer. It's going to be an insane 28 minutes.
Yes.
I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely. A situation where Camito simply just chipped it over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, finding himself one-on-one with keeper Hammond, with Hammond coming out so far, which that's no discredit to Bryce. He had to come out and at least make himself known to the attacker, but
and Gibson with the collection as well. And here's an opportunity. Shot deflected.
Yeah, if the Eagles want to pull back ahead in this contest, I think they're going to need to do it here soon, Alvin. They're going to need to get some momentum going after that goal and hopefully steal another goal again. but you can't concede too quickly. That's something you cannot do. So the Eagles need to be very aware defensively and keep the USSU Eagles out for the next couple minutes. When the momentum shifts, you've got to stay solid defensively.
And Diasaba on the sideline here for Pensacola Christian College, preparing to come into the game. Bryant with a great ball, well defended. And Callaway draws the foul as well.
Marcus, get on this. Big ball, Marcus. Big one.
Also Rhodes preparing to come back into the game here for Pensacola Christian College. Ball lofted into the air. Komodo there again. Can't get a foot on it. Also coming to the game here for the Eagles of USSU. Preparing number 19, Henry McMurphy, as well as Christian Breaker. Loveland out of the game.
Number 16, Reed Rhodes. And number 33, AJ Indayisaba.
And Lima out of the game as well for Indayisaba. Big boot here from Hammond. Ball played inside. Strong touch gets taken away. And the foul awarded to Pensacola Christian.
Yeah, in games like these, Alvin, you've got to be smart with how you draw the foul. You know, you have to be smart, obviously, with not giving out fouls too much. But if you're playing against a physical team, sometimes you have to just slide your body in front and just fall over and draw the foul, because it can be an effective tactic sometimes.
Here's Miller. Trying to get past De Silva. Collected by Hammond. Here's Indayisaba.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there. It's disappointing to see that attack kind of fizzle out like that.
Joseph Harmon preparing for the ball. Reedy out of the game, coming in now. Jonathan Santa Clara Enriquez. Indayisaba holding his dribble, cutting back as well, and feeds Sekira.
Yeah, he did very well to open up a lot of space. The USSU Eagles really pinning the PCC Eagles into that corner with that deep throw, but did well to release the pressure.
And a goal kick. As Callaway defended Rhodes' run very well. Hawkins Last big boot turned into a goal for Kamidu. Fancy touch there, collected by Hammond.
Yeah, Pensacola needs to do a better job of defending that deep ball there from the back line of USSU. Because almost every time they've tried it, it's resulted in a bit of an opportunity. So, need to do better.
Barker with the foul there. The Eagles try to move quickly here.
A lot of options in the box for PCC.
Petrie Garcia available. That could have been dangerous with Garcia already having one yellow card.
Yeah.
Having, rather, one yellow card.
Absolutely, but I think his intention was pretty clear. He knew that he wasn't getting to the ball and tried to pull out of the challenge as much as he could. So I don't think the referee's ever going to see that and award another yellow card for Garcia there.
Here's Hawkins. And the challenge awarded to the Eagles of USSU.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing that this game's gotten to this point, Alvin. I was really excited to see how the teams came out in the second half, tactically moving the ball, having that same intensity as the first half, but it's just turned into a lot of fouls, which I'm kind of disappointed with, but hopefully the Eagles can steal a quick counterattack here.
Can Petrie Garcia make Hawkins make a mistake? He kicks it backwards. Nearly a handball there. And Clark will come in as well for Angel Petrie Garcia.
Next time you take that, don't let him take it. Get him out of there.
Yeah, the back line for USSU doing a very good job of smothering any chances for the striker. I know we saw Clark a victim of that in the first half, and then Garcia in the second half of, just not getting many touches on the ball. And like we said earlier as well, they're holding that tight, high line. So a lot of offside calls that are just disappointing to see, but they're doing a great job of preventing their striker from the PCC Eagles striker from getting any sort of time on the ball.
Ball played to Clark. He'll switch fields over to Bryant. Works backwards. Sekira getting pressure. And Barker winning the challenge as well.
Yeah, you can tell there's a lot of frustration in that challenge right there.
Hawkins back for the boot here.
Yeah, the PCC Eagles need to defend this. They need to keep this ball out of their own box as much as possible.
Hawkins plays it long.
I think he went for the shot there, Alvin.
I think he did too.
I believe he was trying to shoot that ball, that's a risk right there. I mean, that was a pretty dangerous opportunity for that free kick there. It's an interesting choice for the shot. I'm sure the Pensacola Eagles will be relieved at that.
And a steal into Pensacola Christian College's defensive third. And De Silva with the clearance like Welch loves. Batted high. Rhodes with the header. Sekira will try to play Clark. Hawkins doing a great job defensively marking Clark. Sekira standing strong. Will move forward.
Something, Alvin, I'd like to see a little bit less of within this Pensacola team. Seeing a lot of failed opportunities, missed opportunities, and just a bit of a dejected spirit. Kind of throwing your arms up, just being a little bit, frustrated and disappointed. And that's not necessarily the culture you want. You want to be able to encourage your teams to take risk, and just being supportive of your other players. So, love to see that kind of take a turn here in the last couple minutes. Be supportive of each other and be able to take those risks, because those risks are necessary to create those opportunities.
Agreed, and I believe that's something I see on both sides, honestly. There's a lot of frustrations, a lot of calls as well, and a lot of missed opportunities, which I don't want to say validates frustration, but missed opportunities plus calls equals frustration. Barker tries to catch Hammond out of position.
Yeah, you can see that frustration from Hammond right there. Just a little bit of an outburst there, but it is a tense game.
Yes.
We do have to remember that, but at the same time, the great teams are the ones who can play well under pressure.
Yes.
In these tense games, in these frustrating moments, can they play through it? Can they find a way to break through that frustration and hopefully create an opportunity?
Lima will come into the game now for Veldman. Hammond looking to direct traffic here, with now 17 minutes remaining in this game at the 72nd minute of the match so far. Plays it short to Securita. Bryant. And Calloway doing a great job erasing all offensive momentum there for Bryant.
We're talking about where these clearances are going. We've had one to the parking garage and now one over to the VPA.
Yes.
Hitting every spot tonight.
Well done there by the Eagles, the USS Eagles. USSU Eagles, there we go.
United States Sports University, I do believe is their name.
And a lazy pass, which can't find Ndiasaba. We saw McMurphy attempting to get onside before going offsides. Deflected by De Silva.
Yeah, I think he was trying to juke out Boaz a little bit, but he is not to be fooled. He is definitely a very calm, composed defender.
Ball sent inside. Clark with the header! Not available. And Reed Rhodes got a foot on it as well, but to the side of the netting on the right post.
Yeah. Can't help but wonder if either Rhodes or Clark were offside, but with the goal kick there, the referees are always just going to award that. But
Lima with the steal. Clark available. The cross. And Ndiasaba fell down. Lima with an open goal. Tries to chip it inside. No good. Rhodes trying to work at the perimeter here. The cross well defended by the USSU Eagles.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a momentum shift here, Alvin, and I'm hoping that the PCC Eagles can take advantage. They kept the ball, had those touches in the opponent's box right there. Hopefully they can capitalize off this corner.
Now 15 minutes remaining in this half, breaching the 75th minute of this game, and Ndiasaba parked in the corner for a corner kick. Came inside. Skied high. De Silva, the header. And Ndiasaba plays it backwards to Sekira. Lima, the cross! Just out of the hands of the keeper.
Those are some good chances they created right there. They, like I said, they used that momentum and they did well to keep the USSU Eagles just pinned back in their own defensive third. So hopefully they can find some more chances like that for these last 15 minutes.
Great touch there by Secura. Ball played for Baker. Secura triple teamed.
Yeah, a bit of rough contact there after the ball was gone on Sakira, but another no call from the official.
Now 14 minutes to break the equalizer for either team. No golden goal opportunities available during the regular season. A weak clearance finds the foot of Ndaya Saba, and somebody is down. And that's Rhodes.
I'm glad to see he's okay. Reed has been one of those players this season. He's put in a lot of work with not much to show for it, but I still think he's working really hard. He's creating a lot of good chances for his team.
Ball played short to Secura. And a ball available here. Shot! No good! A missile.
Yeah, I know Bundy had his hand raised while he was tracking back there. He wanted that offside call, but what he didn't see on this near side, Jamison Bryant not holding the same line as his center backs, holding that man onside. So they've got to be aware of that. They got to keep organized back there, or else the USSU Eagles are going to find these little cracks in the wall and be able to break through.
Now Boaz De Silva coming out of the game during crunch time here. Very interesting call here by Coach Joe Lewas. He brings in the senior Martinez as well. Potentially fresh legs to prevent an equalizer. But De Silva, such a huge threat for the Eagles' back line here, Welch.
Yeah, you have to wonder if it's something injury related, but we really hope he's okay. But definitely a lot of trust placed in Martinez for these last 12 minutes.
Martinez. And a deep ball controlled. And a great stop there by Carter Willis.
That's very composed right there.
And a through ball available, sent back into space from Hammond.
And Hammond with a great ball actually out there to Romero. Found him in a lot of space. But Eagles doing well. I feel like they're in control of this match right now. They've done the majority of the possession within the last 5 minutes or so. So hopefully they can capitalize on that coming into the last stretch.
Bryant works backwards. An attempt to switch fields here. That's Rhodes. Rhodes inside the box, loses it. And a big boot.
I'm telling you, Alvin, that clearance, you need it sometimes. And that was a great use of it right there.
Lima challenged. Bryant challenged by Baker. Bryant takes it himself. A beautiful slide tackle there by the Eagles without committing a foul.
Yeah. And Bryant had a lot of defenders around him. I believe there were three defenders around him, so he'll be happy to win a corner out of that. And I know the Eagles, I don't know how many corners this is for them, but had quite a few. It's about time they capitalized on one of them.
Sekira with the shot. He just got a hand on it.
Wow. Alvin, I don't know if you understand how hard of a technique that is, but I'm not even sure if that was visible to the viewers at home, but that ball had absolutely no spin on it. It was a knuckleball. Great technique there from Sekira and a dangerous shot. Great on the keeper, though. Great save, great hand to get to it.
Now just under 10 minutes to go. That was Sekira's first shot of the half. His only shot of the game as well. And now another corner kick opportunity. If that would have broke the equalizer, man, an impressive one that could have been.
Yeah. I know the place would have erupted if that ball had gone in the net. I'm really eager to see if they can make that happen.
Sekira, another one. He's just letting those fly.
Once again, I mean, did really well. That ball's rolling toward him, kept the ball down. I can only imagine it would have been on frame, but what is this, 4 corners in a row now?
Yes. Now Bryant, the foot behind the ball here. And cleared back to Bundy. A stoppage of play here. The medical professionals will come out, so we'll take a step aside ourselves.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 11, Michael Christensen.
Medical timeout was available for Rhodes. Hopefully he's okay. Michael Christensen will come into the game to replace him. 8 minutes remaining in this half to potentially break an equalizer, or another tie would be awarded to these teams' records. For the Eagles, it would have been their third tie of the year. And for the other Eagles, it'd be their second. Drop ball awarded to Christensen. And Diasaba with the touch. Uses his speed to get around traffic. Now a through ball. Nobody home.
Yeah, I think he was actually expecting an overlap run there from Jamison Bryant here at right back. Just not on the same page there.
Baker, as well as number 19 here for the Eagles, coming out the game. That's Henry McMurphy. And the ball moved forward here. Miller. And an offsides called there by the sideline official. Far side official, that is, as well.
It just affected a play a little too much. Even if he doesn't get a touch on the ball, still offside, affected the play. And the Eagles will bring the ball out.
Bundy and Martinez working the ball back and forth to each other. Clark skies it to the sky. Ball goes into the neighbor's yard. Very interesting. I actually run through those houses right there in my running route. So maybe when I run later, I might see the ball as well, Caleb.
I love it. Get a late night run in, Alvin. Go
Oh,
find
not
the
tonight.
soccer
That's
ball.
not happening
Okay,
tonight.
got
No,
it,
sir.
got it,
No,
got
sir.
it.
That's just not happening tonight.
Fair enough.
Tomorrow, though, for sure.
There you go. Strong wind coming in through the field. I will say, Alvin, the weather's definitely cooled down here lately. I'm sure the players are reaping the benefit of that.
And Diasaba had a wolf behind him, but earns it back. And Diasaba had an open Clark. Fancy footwork. Somehow keeps his footing. Plays it to Lima. Lima with the cross. Lima! Shot no good.
What good work there by Diasaba. Really working hard to weave his way through the defense. Putting on some good skill moves. And Lima did well as well to follow it up. A lot of times you'll see that guy follow that up with something a little disappointing, but he did well, got through his defender, tried to find the ball across, not there, and then fortunate enough to get the shot off, but a bit too scrappy for the Eagles to get that 2-1 lead.
Just breaching 5 more minutes remaining in this match. It says 5:14 on your screen, but 5:25 on the game clock here. Still one apiece. I will say one thing that's really cool about this win is that the American flag right by the screen looks great. And here's Hammond, and he is tackled very evidently there. And a card awarded. Let's see who to. That was to Kadimo. Kadimo. And your suplex there on the keeper. Glad he's doing okay.
Yeah, You could tell Hammond's received a few of those late challenges in this game. Getting a little frustrated by him, which I can understand, but.
Kadima with pressure there. Bryant works it to Ndayasaba.
Another ball coming for us. They really have to get us, Alvin.
No, they really are. You see, I was going to start talking, but I didn't want to start a sentence and then you hear, ah, no. Here's Martinez doing a phenomenal job instead of the Silva. Beautiful slide tackle to keep the play alive as well.
Yeah, Martinez has come in and he's done very well. Hasn't had a lot to do, I will say, but with what he's had, he's done very well. So.
Throw inside. Header will clear. Secura receives it back. Shot on its way, no good.
Yeah, they'll be wanting him to shoot anytime he picks that ball up now after those couple of intense shots there.
Ndayasaba with the cross, rather the corner. Someone available, a phenomenal stop as well by the keeper, Gibson.
And if this game ends 1-1, Alvin, I have to give the MVP to their keeper, Mr. Gibson. He has made some incredible stops. You know, that knuckleball from Sakira a couple minutes ago, and then even in the last 5 minutes, just so many shots. He's getting peppered right now, but doing great. He's stepping up. I respect that.
Here's Bryant. Clark on the opposite side, keeps it on his footing. And a stoppage of play.
I'm not really sure what's going on right there. I thought he motioned for a corner, but looks like they may need some attention to this Eagles player down. I know I saw Ndayasaba down with a cramp a couple minutes ago, so I'm sure that's playing a factor for a little bit of it.
Hawkins with a big boot here. An attempt to work on the sideline, keeps the ball in bounds. And the ball potentially going out of bounds prior to the attack there, Caleb, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like he just couldn't keep the ball in play there. It looked like it had to be a close call, so.
Yes. Just a minute and 40 seconds remaining. I have a question, Caleb. Have you ever seen a buzzer beater goal before?
I have seen a couple in my day, and I know even this season, Jameson Bryant hitting a last-minute game winner. So this team has been here before. They know what it's like to have this sort of pressure.
For Jameson Bryant's game winner, how much time was left on the clock for that one?
I believe it was the final whistle.
Wow.
I want to say it might have even been overtime if I'm not mistaken, but
couldn't have been overtime since there was no overtime during this time.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I do believe it was right at the end of the game because they rushed the field, and I believe that was the end of it. So definitely not unfamiliar territory for Pensacola.
Hammond, the collection. Now just under a minute remaining. The Eagles have to move quickly here. And Ndayasaba on the right side. A big boot going towards Clark. Clark gets to it. Secura misses it. Christensen plays it back to Bryant. Bryant ahead to Ndayasaba. Ndayasaba with many dribble moves. And he is weaving through traffic.
That's something we haven't seen much from Ndayasaba, is his footwork like that.
And a yellow card given. That one's to Kipper Miller. Now just under 30 seconds remaining. Hammond near the half line there. Diasaba with a set piece opportunity. A shot here or a game-winning goal would be legendary. Here's Diasaba, and it's deflected.
Still some time left for Bundy to get this ball up.
Bundy. Nice through. Lima. Ten seconds remaining. Works the side, deflected again. And that just might be regulation. Well done there by both teams. What another tie to their records.
Yeah, that's a tough one for both teams, I think, Alvin. Both teams really brought the intensity. They poured a lot into this game onto the field, so they will both be a little bit disappointed with the result, but I think the PCC Eagles can definitely take a lot of encouragement away from this. They did not give up under the pressure. They had the determination to survive through it, and only giving up one goal to a very good USSU team.
Yes.
It's got to be a little encouraging for them, so hopefully they can take this a little bit of momentum forward with them.
The Eagles will travel to Huntington College next Monday. USSU will play up against University of Mobile. 1-1 the final, and Diasaba the goal, as well as Camito. Caleb, thank you so much for joining me. Fans at home, thank you so much for joining me as well. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we cannot wait to see you back here in the nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, while our Eagles face off against Freed Hardeman University next Friday at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much for your time. We will see you later.